Once again, thank you very much for keeping us company. This is Channel One News Hour. We are heading straight into the interview segment. On Engine Behind the Power tonight, I am joined by a very young man, and he invested in land and has been reaping benefits ever since. Introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yes, my name is Peter Kamau, miner, CEO of Dhahabu Land Limited. 26 years old, turning 26 years old. We are based at Loyola, Wakulima House.
All right.
Yes.
How many years?
Turning 26.
No, in the land business.
This is my third year.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last time we spoke, you really did make a point about the need for young people to ensure that they invest in projects that will help them when as they grow, and you also ought to invest in something that you understand. Does it mean that you understand matters to do with land, or you just decided that I am going to invest in land and that is how I'm going to make my money?
I think one of the most important things is that you have a passion for. And one of the things you come to realize where your potential is by what you love most. And I really loved more about land. I used to farm a lot when I was a young boy. So I ended up finding myself in real estate. But due to issues of our family issues, they pushed me to real estate, which I think I explained last time. And that's what my main thing of coming to real estate was one thing, to solve a problem, to settle people, as many as I can. Yes.
All right.
And so far, I think we will be able to settle more than 3,000 people.
Fair enough. Right now, President Uhuru Kenyatta is really trying to push the Big Four agenda. Manufacturing is among them. Food security is also there. But there are those technical areas such as universal health coverage, because for you to start a health clinic or a hospital, you ought to have some papers, which of course you must go to school and acquire those papers. But we've seen a number of people investing in this with the aim of helping the society. What sort of advantage should the youth take or make good use of when it comes to the Big Four agenda, especially when it comes to manufacturing?
Well, I think most of the things, I think one of the most key things there, when you talk about infrastructure and manufacturer, there's a lot of job creation, number one there.
Yes.
Number two, you need to take advantage of it. Because I think the government, they are working, even they are lowering the cost and even the tax rate, they are lowering it down. I think the most important that we need to focus in manufacture is that there's a lot of opportunities there. One, job creation. Two, that it can be able to move you from where you are to the next level. And I think what really caught me attention when even the president was talking about the state of a nation, he really focused about those areas, and especially he marched his attention about 4 big agenda. And if you look in 4 big agendas, talk about all those things: manufacturer, healthcare, food security, and affordable houses. And when you come to across there, they all trickle to one thing: manufacturer. And that's why we need to come up with ideas, and we can be able to support those ideas. And because government have make it available. When you talk about manufacturer, is when you talk about government have been able to make infrastructure, being able to access their loads. When you talk about load, when you talk about dams, when you talk about all those things, they're able to help us to make it more easier for the food, for the manufacturer.
Do you think young people are trusting other young people with their investments? If you, for example, you invest in a company, it can be a startup, it can be something that is able to grow in a couple of months or a couple of years. Are young people employing their fellow young people?
Yeah, we are, for example, like Dhahabu, we have 300 people who work for us. And most of them, they're aged between 22 to around 28 to 35. So one of the most things I want to encourage young people, this is our time. And I can tell you for sure, if you put your energy there, because what we learn away as a young people, We don't like working hard. We just want that what we see on a silver plate, butter and bread. We don't want to work hard. There's one thing that President said another day. There was a interview that was interviewed, and he said he was calling his daddy, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, to shule. We are in school, and we are getting, and there's a strike. Form 4 want to beat Form 1s. But Mzee Jomo Kenyatta replied to our president, learn to fight your own battles. I think the most important thing what I came across to that one, be bold enough, stand up, fight for your position. Nobody want to entrust for a lazy person. Nothing you can entrust for a lazy person. If we as young people, we stand up, we prove ourselves. And there are so many young people below 35 who are very successful in life. Even me today, I look to them and I admire them. They are multi-billionaire. They are doing good. They are doing good even in politics, and they are there. So one of the things I want to tell young people, it is us who stand up. One key thing that we need to look at: what is your vision? With that, it trickle to all that one. What is your vision? And what young people we are put first is money. But when you put money before the vision fades.
Right.
But when you have a vision and you work toward that vision one day, it will generate money. Today, I think 3 weeks ago, I was reading about something that is called freezer. That guy is around, I think he's around that something years. That guy have really invested in freezer like past 7 years. What he was lacking is for opportunity and the capital. But one day I talked to young people and told them, the capital that you need is all about your brain. And that young man today, I think he's earning good money. By that one freezer. What I want to tell young people is a high time we invest in our dreams and in our visions. So there's no one day that you wake up in the morning and you become a multi-billionaire.
All right.
You have to work hard.
Okay.
Yes.
Right now, there's a lot of talk about corruption, and there's a renewed war against corruption. And we have seen that today in the country, it is very good to admit that it is with us. Even the president has acknowledged that corruption is really bad in this country. We are seeing a trend where young people are being drawn into the idea that for you to get that tender, for you to get that deal, you ought to bribe someone. What kind of a future do you think this one paints for us?
I think I said here last time, it all starts with us. I always believe, me personally, integrity, it works. And if you start out, don't look for money, because I always believe money comes and goes. And I always believe starting out with integrity and honesty and trust and trustworthy. If you say no, I won't bribe because of getting this tender, let me tell you something. One day, integrity, it will work for you. And I've seen it working in my life. You know, it's something practical. You are told to bribe because you get this one, but I can tell you for sure, one day, the country that we are living in, Kenya, there will be no corruption. But it is us, it will start with us. Where we are, we work ourselves. Train yourself, train your children, train yourself, even you as grown up, to walk in the integrity. And I know it is possible.
All right.
It is require a lot of work to do, but one day, the generation that will come after us, they will benefit by the work we do today. So I can encourage our president and even the government, let's keep on pushing. Because one day I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
All right.
Yeah.
And which are these areas that you think young people or investors can put their money?
I think when you look at the statistics, they are saying the best investment that you can do nowadays. 1, it is in land. 2, it is agribusiness. And 3, it is on Nairobi Stock Exchange about shares and all other stuff. And 3, I think it is little, 4. But maybe we can talk about 2. when you talk about agribusiness, today we are about 45 million, but Vision 2030 says that we will be about 60 million. And even at a time that people, they don't have money, they have to eat. So there's a lot of opportunities in agribusiness. I think what is required in agribusiness, a certain man says that rich men invest in time, but poor men invest in money. So when we talk about investing time, we talk about in the next 5 years, what is there, what is the biggest investment to be there. When you talk about agribusiness, when you talk about land, and when you talk about IT, in the area of IT, those people who can invest in those 3 categories, I can assure you, in the next 3 years, they'll be a multi-billionaire. And I think the richest people in the world, when you talk about Trump, when you talk about so many people, they invested in real estate. So there's that another dimension that we can also invest in agribusiness. No matter what people they require to eat, the world is changing to technology. So when we invest in technology, system, IT, we are assured of the world is changing to technology.
Right.
So when young people, and we are talking about young people, when we invest our time there, because number one, what we looked at, do you invest your time there? Number 2, are you following your passion? And I can tell you for sure, those people who invest in these 3 categories, be assured of one thing. It will come back. There'll be always a payback time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, do you believe in giving handouts to your age mates, or you believe that they ought to work for it?
For me to be here I am, someone supported me.
Right.
And someone showed me this is a way. I think even that way, even the Hub today, we have a forum where we train people and we coach people how to make it in life. And I always tell people, when we are starting the Hub Land Limited, we started it with only 2,000. And we'll be able to build the empire to be here it is today. So I can be able to tell young people, every person, you have got a lot to pray to make sure and to make a difference to someone's life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much is the company worth? And you personally, how much are you worth now?
Now?
Yes.
I wrote.
All right, Kamau, thank you very much for coming on the program tonight.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
And that does it for us for Engine Behind the Power. We're taking a short break. Business news is coming up next. Don't go too far.